What were your thoughts on Tatum tonight?
I mean, the rebounding is the thing that stands out, right? I'm just like kind of going through his rebounds right now on NBA.com, but his defensive responsibility that the Celtics put on him, that he has to guard centers most
Mm-hmm.
nights. Jayson Tatum has to guard centers.
Yeah.
That's such an important, another cheat code, to use that phrase again, that we can just put our superstar wing and ask him to guard up and guard centers like
This is
Daniel
why we don't need to
Gafford.
go double big. It's because
Exactly.
of what Jayson Tatum allows us to do.
Especially against the Mavs, who are never going to have two big guys on the court at the same
Right.
time. They'll never play Gafford and Lively at the same time. Their biggest lineup, they
Did
put
they play
Kleber.
Kleber with any of them at all? I don't even think
They
so. I think they went Kleber without the two of them for the most part. When they
Yeah,
did Kleber.
and you know, PJ is probably their most physical guy. PJ, by the way, was looking to fight out there in that second half. Did you see that one play where he like rammed through Porzingis on the free throw rebound?
Dude,
I mean,
I think that was PJ and Lively's goal was like, all right, let's see how sturdy and stable Porzingis is. Anytime Porzingis went to set a screen, the two of them just ran up under his armpit like they were offensive linemen doing one of those drills with the pads. And I was like, Jesus Christ, like Lively was doing this with 4 fouls. I was like, somebody gonna call this? Like, I feel like that's not legal. I don't know.
yeah.
What I'm looking at doesn't seem legal.
Yeah, but I mean, Tatum, his physicality is great. I just want to pull one rebound, and this is, I feel like 5 of Tatum's rebounds are very similar to this. Where I'm interested to see the tracking data to see how many times Tatum actually blocked out in this game, because he did a great job blocking out Lively here.
Overpowering PJ Washington. Washington in the corner, can't hit the three.
Dude, he's going up against a 7-footer.
Yeah.
Bangs with him for position early on, boxes him out, still continues to fight hard, jump high for the rebound. I mean, that was Tatum all night, man. Like, if this is what Jayson Tatum has to be for the Celtics to win the title this year with all of the other pieces that we have, so be
Right.
it. I don't need Jayson Tatum to score 30 points a game, especially when the entire defensive game plan from the other team is to throw bodies at him and make him be a playmaker and make other guys beat you. Guess what? We've got a great team. We'll do that all day.
Right. That's kind of the point of why you can have Kristaps go for 20, Drew Holiday go for 12, Derek White go for 15, Jaylen Brown go for 22, who missed 5 free throws that could have been even higher, right? Like, this is the whole thing. Like, this is the construction of this team. And I want to give the broadcast a little bit of credit here, because in the first quarter, when I think Tatum only took 2 shots in the first quarter, and they rightfully called it out that Tatum was doing this with a purpose, with an intention, as you're talking about, because of everything else that was available as a resource offensively to this team, specifically Kristaps and what Jaylen had going, and Derek White got a bunch of good looks, and Drew Holiday was really great offensively in this game as well when he was picking his spots. And so, I did appreciate that he got the shout out of like, hey, like, don't just look that, oh, Tatum only has 1 shot. He had 4 rebounds and 3 assists in the first quarter, right? Like, Tatum was a massive reason as to why the Celtics got out to a 17-point lead, and he didn't have to do it with scoring. And there's a good chance that in this series, that might just be the case. That might just, and it's kind of been the case all postseason. And certain people have pointed this out, that the reason that Tatum's not getting the quote unquote go to, amount of touches or field goal attempts is because he has Jaylen Brown, who has Tyler Hero on him. He's got
Mhm.
Jaylen Brown, who has Darius Garland, that they got in a mismatch. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's actively sacrificing and then being a 10 rebound, 5 assist night in, night out guy, playing great defense, being a guy that, he had a block tonight, but it can be another rim protector because he is the double big. He is the other big that the Celtics play, whether it's with Al or with Kristaps Porzingis. Like, he's a wing, he's a small forward by, traditional sense, but he's playing a power forward role in almost every way possible when you try to like break it down as to what position Jayson Tatum is. He's a power forward. I think we need to start just thinking him as a power forward and not as a small forward.
Even back in the bubble season, when we had Gordon Hayward, Jaylen Brown, Kemba Walker, Jayson Tatum, and Daniel Tice. That was our
Yeah,
starting lineup, right? Jayson Tatum is the power forward in that lineup. He's been a
right.
power forward, although he's added the power over the years. He's had to function as a 4 for pretty much his entire career. And the reps have really paid off, man. He's playing great team basketball. He's doing what it takes to win. He has plenty of comments where people have asked him about like his need to score 30 points. He's like, I don't need to score 30 points for this team to win. And I think that's such a huge step forward. Like people early in his career complaining about Tatum and his selfishness, right? And now at this point, he's evolved to where he just wants to hang a banner, and he understands that he's going to have to sacrifice by moving the ball, making the extra pass, not being a ball stopper, and just doing everything that the team needs him to do. 6 turnovers. People are going to have 6 turnovers when the entire defense is game planned to get in your way, basically, and try and disrupt your rhythm. I mean, if we look at the other side of the box
Luka
score,
had 4, Kyrie had
Luka
3,
had
so there's
4.
7
You know what I
turnovers
mean? Like people with high usage rates are going to turn the ball over.
Yeah, and you know, and honestly, man, especially early in the game, Tatum did a great job of when he was driving into that, because the Mavs have this is the strength of the Mavs defense, is protecting the rim, right? That's their strength on defense, is with Lively and Gafford protecting the rim. And when Tatum would get there, or when he would see 2, Tatum did a really good job of getting the Celtics great looks by attracting that gravity from the Mavericks defense and waiting until the right moment to make that pass. There's one specifically that I know he had to Derek White where it was just an absolute dime, kind of either over his shoulder, I think over maybe his right shoulder, that he turned back and made to Derek White in the corner. And, you know, Tatum, I think, you know, he said 6 turnovers is going to happen, is what it is. Ideally, it's less. But I think the playmaking, I think the rebounding, I think the defense that Jayson Tatum brought tonight, 3 of 7 from 3. If you're going to get that, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it, especially the way that everyone else was operating on offense tonight. Worked out perfectly for the Celtics. Should we go to the
Yeah, but before we go to the next thing, I just want to pull up that Tatum pass to White that you had mentioned, because it really was a nice play and just shows you like the level to which the Mavs defense was just like focused on Tatum and how he just continued to make the right play.
Here's the rookie Lively out on Tatum. Gets past, goes inside, kicks it out wide open. Derek White. That 3 is good.
I mean, there's 4 guys.
That's unbelievable.
4 guys hanging around the paint. They're all boxes and elbows. Does a great job drawing 4, not drawing 2.
And then throws a fucking dart on time on target.
Let's show that
right
one more.
The shooting pocket.
Here's the rookie Lively out on Tatum. Gets past, goes inside, kicks it out wide open. Derek White. That 3 is good.
The Mavs literally are in a 2-3 zone.
Yeah. I mean, even you said it before. Like the Mavs play man like they're playing zone to a certain degree, and all of that is going to be focused on Jayson Tatum. It'd be interesting to see what the reaction to this game 1 is from the Mavericks and how they maybe adjust that. Maybe they live a little bit more with some one-on-one Jayson Tatum. That's also very dangerous. So we'll see, you know, what that looks like. But yeah, no, that's a perfect example of Jayson Tatum's game tonight, mixed in with the rebounds, mixed in with the 5 assists, 16, 11, and 5 for Jayson Tatum.